Starting this.
Hey y'all, it's Destiny
It's Shanti
and it's Tasha.
and Wendy. Welcome to another episode of
The Real MomCast. Real life, real talk, real moms.
Today's episode will be about setting boundaries and loving ourselves enough to set those boundaries in our lives with everyone.
Sometimes in life, like in relationships and life and your family and your job and friendships, we tend to lack setting boundaries, and those are things that have to be done. My grandson just ran in. Have to be done in order for for your, what we even talked about last week: self-care, self-love, healing, energy. It just depends. Like I'm an empath. I'm definitely somebody who takes on a lot of energies, who needs time alone to recharge. I'm a spiritual being, so I just need that alone time to be able to be who I can be for the world, for my children, for my clients, and whoever else. And sometimes we don't set those boundaries enough to be able to say, hey, I need this time, or hey, I don't want this, or hey, I do want this, or different things like that. Anybody else want to touch on that subject?
Boundaries.
Come this way.
I think that all of us individually are set. I think all of us individually are in different ways learning, or we need to learn, I guess we should say, because we're trying to set boundaries with people in our lives. Miss Kaden, say hello.
Hey, Kaden.
Say hello, I'm Kaden.
I was about to say that.
Oh,
I know, but everybody didn't
Go
see
get your
you.
juice and your
They
snack.
weren't paying attention.
Okay.
Come on, I already say that.
I think it's sometimes difficult, especially when you love a person, you love a friendship, you think that you should respect a certain someone. It's difficult to set boundaries, but it's also needed. It's also in order for you to find your happiness, in order for you to find your peace of mind, to love yourself enough. You need to set those boundaries.
For mental stability, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even when she said, would you say a certain someone or something like that,
Mhm.
that made me think about like people that's older than you, or that should be like parent figures and whatever else in your life, setting boundaries with them and still trying to basically respect
I agree with
them
that.
at the same time, and respect the way you act or talk to them or towards
Certain
them
things
or
you say, yeah.
something.
No, I
But-
agree with that, because a lot of times it's the old school way of raising. Like the
Yes.
old school way of raising is like you're supposed to respect your parents, and if you have like I have an old school, even though I didn't really raise y'all old school, I still have an old school kind of, my parents. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like it is hard to set boundaries with the old school way, because they feel as if like, hey,
They're stuck in their ways.
Mhm.
There's
I
no
raised
changing.
you, I'm your parent, and that's it.
That's
And
that.
Not even just your parent. These are your elders. You respect all your elders, no matter what they say, no matter they're older than you.
Yeah.
You respect them.
yes, that too. When I will totally agree, especially when you become an adult. Everybody doesn't deserve respect, regardless if they're older than you or not.
Or not, yeah.
Doesn't matter. Everybody doesn't respect. But I also find myself hard to say no to elders or parents, or I understand exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, with those,
Yeah, with saying like, no, I'm not coming, or no, I can't help, or no, whatever the case may be, because you look at it like, oh my God, this is my parent, this is my they raised me, they gave me, like, whatever you feel in your head that you got going on at that moment.
They deserve
the
a different
reasons.
respect.
Yeah, the reasons why we do the things we do. But yes, definitely setting boundaries with elderly family elders who are from a different generation.
Yes.
I think also personally, setting boundaries with like the father of my child. It's just a situation where he's a father when he wants to be a father. It's never when I need help, when I need him to watch Caden. It's never like we don't have a set schedule. He refuses to set a schedule. But as soon as he texts me and says, "Can I get Caden?" Here I am just allowing it. I need to learn how to set those boundaries and say no, because when I need you to keep Caden, it's no, or you don't reply to me. But that's a hard boundary to set as well.
Why?
Yeah.
But I know why. But I want you to say why.
Just because when I need a break. So
I was just
when
gonna say, 'cause
Caden,
you need a break.
yeah, when
it's
he
the same
wants
reason
when he
I
wants him,
lift boundaries for my baby daddy. I think.
I need that break. So yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like from the other end of it, because I at the same time feel like I need to set boundaries with my child's father. Even though the situation is completely different, he is 100% active in his son's life, and he does everything for our child. And I just feel like because of that, and because I know how good the situation is, I'm just a yes man to whatever he asks and all the favors he asks me to do, and all the can you do this, can you do that. I just feel like I can't say no because I have it good compared to a lot of people. And
do you feel like that with me too?
What do you mean?
Like I feel like sometimes right now I don't even have a car. Let's keep it really real. I don't have a car. Like we'll tell the world my car got totaled, and y'all are taking me around and doing the things that y'all are doing.
You didn't tell me.
Do you? Yes. No, I didn't total it. That's another
When has
boundary.
she driven her around? That's me.
But she has picked me. I'm just saying, like at the end of the day, like even if it's not driven me around, that's Shanti. Even I'm just throwing that out there as an example. I'm saying that like, do you find it hard to set boundaries with me because of the thing I'm still doing for y'all? If I'm being honest,
I find it hard for anybody to set boundaries with their parent. But not necessarily. It's not really the same. It's like
you don't have as of a challenging time with it. Right?
Telling me no.
But that's a good thing. That's because you've actually openly created this relationship with your daughters as a not that you're their friend, but almost a friendship type.
Well, they're older now.
They're not.
I can be their friend.
And that's beautiful though. My mom did. I love that about my mom. Like like I love how my mom taught me that. Like just like really, I could say anything to my mom. Like I could tell her anything. So the boundaries with my mom weren't really, because my mom didn't really overstep my boundaries in that sense, but in a sense of like, yeah, what I'm dealing with my child's father too, that those boundaries are harder to set because it's almost like, your mom would never, I guess, treat you or do you the same way, that you kind of have to move around this person that you had children with. And
I dealt with that for years.
Yeah.
Trying to set boundaries with my last daughter's father. Not too much my first daughter's father. These two girls, their father, not too much him. Like that was pretty much, it was what it was. We lived in two separate states when we actually decided it was actually done. So it was pretty easy. But the last one was definitely a challenge. For years we teeter-tottered, and that's probably why we don't talk today, because it was too much teeter-tottering. It was too much not setting boundaries. It was too much
gray areas,
pretending to be a family even though we're saying that we're not together, and all these extra things because boundaries weren't set and business wasn't stood on.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, I dealt with that for years, and it's not easy, but you definitely will eventually come out of that, and either
you grow from it. I'm seeing myself grow from my situation. So today was an interesting situation because my oldest wants to stay with me 24/7 right now, and that's there's a lot of reasons that she has valid reasons to do so. But then my other three, they went with their dad, who's staying in
She's oldest.
a hotel right now. But yeah, she's the oldest. And so the other 3 went with him. And then in the morning, nobody communicates with me. And they don't do it maliciously. His family helps him, his sister and his dad. So it's fine. But on my end of it, I have no idea what's going on, when they're going to be here. So I'm thinking they're going to be here. Last time they got here a little later, I said, guys, try to get here before 8 because the bus comes at 8:20, 8:17, 8:15 sometimes on the dot for one kid. Then the other 3 or the other 2 have buses over here. And then my oldest has an early bus. So everybody has to go different places. And this morning, it was the first time that they weren't dropped off till it was 8:30 when they got here. And so my youngest had already missed her bus, which she's special needs. So, and I say that because her routine is everything. And if she's thrown off her routine in the morning and her van doesn't honk and she doesn't hear the honk and gets her backpack herself, and oh my goodness, like it's like a real routine. Like y'all don't even understand like the amount of like real talk, like a challenge that poses, like before I even get into work. It's crazy. But she'll pull out clumps of her hair when she gets anxious. Like it's a real, like she got real disabilities like that stop her from, if her routine's off, it stops her from her whole morning. Then it stops me from getting to work on time. It stops the other girls from getting to their bus. So this morning, because they missed the youngest bus and they got here at 8:30, the middle's bus hadn't gotten here yet, but they all had to go carpool, and I kind of freaked out because I was like, no, I can't get everybody ready and finish getting myself ready. I didn't expect y'all to, be dropped off at this hour. I assumed you went carpool because it's late. And anyways, I had to do 2 of my kids' hairs out of 4. And then I did their hair real quick.
Wendy, you are ranting.
And then I sent them. But no, what I'm saying about boundaries is I sent them. Like I put that boundary. I said, I'm not taking them. Did y'all hear me? I said boundaries. I'm not taking them. I can't take them because I would have been late to work.
But you took them.
I sent them with their grandfather, who's the one that dropped them off.
Oh, so you did. Okay.
So I said, no, tell Papa, please. And he's a nice man. He probably was already, fine with it anyways. But I was like, no. Y'all cannot be just dropped off here. And I got to revert my morning and I'll do your hair real quick and take your backpacks right outside and go with Papa to carpool. And so he did. He took them carpool, and that was nice. But I had to set that boundary. Because if I did not, they would have all been here this morning, and I would have been late to work again because I would have had to get them all to schools.
So
that's all. And the rant.
We got to learn how to set boundaries.
I think it's also very easy for like someone looking in, like Destiny and my mom, to be like, no, why are you still dealing with such? You need to stop. But I can also look at them and be like, why are you still dealing with? It's hard. Like it's easy for us to be like, set boundaries.
Or why are you
not doing that? But it's hard to actually stand on and actually do it.
Trust me, especially whenever.
Yeah, and I feel like, yes, that's 100% true. But at the same time, sometimes I catch myself in those moments too. I catch myself doing exactly what I told you not to do, and I'm just like, dang, I get how it feels now. She did tell me this, but I'm in the same boat, and I can't do what I told her to do.
Because it's hard to set boundaries.
Yeah.
It's hard, especially when let's talk about when somebody's manipulating you. You know what I'm saying? When somebody's gaslighting you. When somebody's like literally like all of those things and you're trying to set boundaries.
And when they're a nice manipulator, like when there's someone that everybody else is like, oh, he's just chilling.
They
like,
love
he's
you.
Just, that's it. But he's so cool.
He's
so relaxed. No, he
Yes.
is the biggest gaslighter. And I'm not.
You have no clue.
Anyways, really though, that's how it is. It's hard because then you almost got to prove yourself. And
you just whatever.
Not
I mean, I guess it's not
just,
really.
It makes
I guess it's proving yourself to yourself is what I call it.
It makes you
like,
doubt yourself too, because
check
everybody
yourself.
else thinks
Oh yeah,
one
you
thing,
definitely down yourself.
and then you're just like, that's not true. But at the same time, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. I swear, sometimes you're like, maybe I'm crazy.
Yes.
Am I crazy?
Yes.
No, wait, no, I'm not.
But honestly,
really
nobody knows
shit.
what that person is until you're in it.
Yes.
Like you can't. I don't care what nobody says. I'm even talking down to my own family, like portraying as somebody out to other people, and you knowing that person because you in that house.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? So like I know, like you don't know that person unless you're like very intimate with that person.
Truly.
And another person really can't say how a person is unless they've had that same intimacy with that person. And that doesn't even have to mean sexually. I'm talking about intimacy, like it can be a child living with living
with someone. That kind of goes back to like when like you don't really know a person until you live with them, for real though. Think back to anybody you've ever known, family, friends, whatever. Anytime you finally live with somebody or a roommate or a family member, you're like, oh, that's how they really move day to day. That's how they really live. That's how they really keep their sanctuary or their living space. It's not a sanctuary, it's a crash
chaos.
It's interesting. You really know a lot about a person when you see how they live or you live with them. I mean, you can see how people live for the most part, right? Like y'all come to my house, you kind of see. But when you actually live with the person, you see people's.
Well, you see how you interact with your kids. You see how you yelling, how you not, or you're not.
How you routinely do your day to day.
Yeah, you could be laying in the bed all day long, or you could be very productive. You could motivate me, or you could depress me. Like it's different things. Like if energies take on each other. So in a relationship, when you come together and you're staying together all the time, whether it's a living situation or it's just always around each other, you tend to take on that person's aura, energy, like what they do you tend to start doing, or vice versa.
And you can't help it because energy does transfer. I mean, energy transfers in a way that like you can't really. That's why like you said, like if you got a roommate that's just real depressed and real negative and real it's gonna rub off on you. Even if you're not that type of person, it's definitely gonna rub off on you in a sense where you're like, dang, this person that I'm living with is sucking the energy out of me.
You can feel the energy in the house when you walk in the house. You can feel how much that person is just like not wanting to be around you, not wanting you in the house, not feeling whatever they feeling. Woe is me, whatever it is, you can feel it. Like I'm pretty much a happy person, but I can feel every time when my grandfather is on his BS. Not to bring Big Daddy in here, but I can feel it when I go in that room in the morning. I'm like, hey, Big Daddy, because that's my routine every morning. Hey, Big Daddy. What? I already know what that's about to be. If he say, good morning, baby. How the girls? Blah, blah, blah. I be like, all right, we on it today.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah. Start praying. Start doing exercise. We on it today. But there's times where I go in that room and he like, what do you want? Like, sir, I'm taking care of you. Yeah, you did you not know? I gotta change your neighbor and I don't like it. Okay, keep playing. But either way, it's just different, like I said, different energies can change a situation. Yeah, influence a situation. What are you talking about?
They got a popsicle. It's ice cream.
I'd rather go popsicle.
You don't want it?
I just got rather popsicle.
He said, "What? Not right now. Maybe later."
He's fine.
Put it on standby. Maybe later.
He acting like he's asleep.
He's snoring.
Oh, he's snoring. You guys, my grandfather's asleep. Y'all be quiet.
Grandfather.
I mean, my grandson. I was trying to read some of the comments.
You can't see him from here.
No.
Sure they can.
Oh,
She don't
I'm
got
sorry.
20/20.
I need glasses.
You don't either.
And I know I need glasses.
You don't.
I got him.
I need glasses so bad.
Oh my goodness. Boundaries with our kids.
Oh my God, boundaries with our kids.
That's a whole another subject. But really though, no, really.
They don't even understand that.
On the real though. And they're learning though. They're learning. I'm sure they're learning as
I want to be grandma of the year. I want them to look at me like, oh my God, she helps with my kids and she does this and she does that and blah blah blah. So anytime they ask me, most of the time I say yes. But like we spoke about several episodes of the different episodes that we've had, I am tired. I work 6 days a week. In case nobody knows, it's not a joke. Literally, I work 6 days a week. On one of those days, I drive 2 hours to get to my job and work for 8 hours and then drive 2 hours to get back home on one of those days. So I work and I try to help out as much as I want, as much as I can. And it's hard for me to set boundaries with them because I don't want to be looked at as a bad grandma. And that's being honest. So, I don't want them talking behind my back saying, oh, mom never gets the boys. She always says no. So I get them, even though at times that I'm exhausted. I'm done.
Yeah. Peopling all day.
I'm trying to take them places on my one day off and et cetera. And I'm trying to compromise and make everybody happy. But I'm not setting boundaries and I'm not making Latasha happy, if I'm being honest.
And that's hard. That's really, really hard. I can relate to that. I keep telling my girls, like, I cannot pour into you guys, keep pouring into you guys' cup.
If
my cup is not even,
yes.
My cup is dry, y'all.
Mine is dry.
I am trying to do everything. And like with where their dad's at right now, I'm trying to just really just not overcompensate, but just do better on my end. Anything that I've fallen short on before, let me just do better now. So I'm trying to be there, and I'm there 24/7. And my oldest, I've had to set boundaries. I've had to set boundaries for her this week because she wants to stay at my house right now 24/7. She's decided she doesn't want to go visit her dad right now because it's easier to stay here and go to school from here. She goes to school early. Cool. But that means that every single night she's up, usually pretty late. And when I'm trying to just have a little bit of decompressing or me time or even cleaning or anything, she wants to talk about her day, which I love. I never want to discourage her because I love hearing about it. And I love hearing that she's open about it, to talk to me about it and tell me. Sometimes she tells me things and I'm like, no way that happened. Really? Like, what? Like, what world do we live in? But really, though, I'm glad that she shares these things with me because it's crazy what they do go through. Well, we all go through as we grow, but now how the world is just gone today. So boundaries with her I've had to set, though, because I need my me time. And that's okay. That's okay. That's okay as parents for us to have, especially as single parents, not trying to give us a pedestal over other parents, right? Even if you're a parent that co-parents happily in a marriage, that's cool.
They probably are.
That is okay. But at the same time, like, honestly, as a single parent, yes, because you are doing it alone. That's the facts. So when you do it alone, you got to set those boundaries to make sure you get that time. Or if not, that's it. Your cup will be empty.
Yeah.
All day, every day. Empty, dry, no cup.
Cindy
no
said
drink.
she had to set boundaries because it got to a point where I think she said grandsons wanted to be with them all the time.
And that's beautiful, but at the same sense, yeah, right? Like you feel like you lose
need
yourself.
some time, yeah.
Like who are
Katie
you?
used to always want to be with
Mommy.
my mom.
What?
Oh,
He
yeah.
did.
But now he
perfect
only
timing.
The
wants to be
whole
with
thing
me.
was it was when I was I wasn't working at one point. I wasn't working at one point, and I kept him a lot, so he wanted to be with me. And then I started working, and I got my own apartment, and I just kind of got my own life going on, and I stopped coming around like that. I wasn't going over their house, and he just kind of grew accustomed to being with his mom, and I almost hate that. I'm not even gonna lie, I almost hate that. I almost hate
Me too.
that we
Like, boy,
that I
back up.
destroyed that bond. But I mean, I'm trying. Like I don't know. He's a handful, man. He's a handful.
You know what's interesting? Like really, really though, like being a girl mom though, like it is new for you too. So it's like new for you, just like seeing like them have boys and just raise boys. Because even though they're all humans, right? Like boys and girls are essentially,
But they're a lot different.
But they are. One client
They're a
told
lot
me
different.
that something about how his, he had boys or whatever, and this happened. I'm like, well, I don't know, because I truly have all girls. I don't know. I actually can't speak on that.
Yeah.
And he said that his girl, I forgot what it was, but whatever it was, his girl didn't do it, and his 3 boys, he had 4 kids, and his 1 girl didn't, and his 3 boys did, and he was like, it's just boys. It's just what boys do. And I'm like, To be honest, I don't know because I have 4 girls. Like I don't know.
I don't
you're
know
raising
neither.
humans,
But I will tell you that those boys are
boys are
totally different.
even my
from
neighbor.
my
Yes,
girls.
seeing her run around with her boys versus me with my girls is different because the boys boys are just built different. That's cool, but you got to kind of move differently as a parent, and you got to set your boundaries differently as a parent. Right, he confirmed that. He said he's cool with you setting boundaries.
Do you guys have any comments or any questions on setting boundaries? I don't have. I need glasses. So.
I like that. Like, is it me? I feel that.
Is it her way?
That's what Cindy
No,
said
she
before.
said that whenever Destiny was saying, like, whenever we were talking about,
I don't remember.
trying to set boundaries with someone when everyone else is,
In a relationship. Oh,
And when
feeling
everyone
that
else-
person. Feeling that person.
Like
When everybody else is
enabling
like,
them almost like, oh,
when
yeah,
everybody
so,
else is like,
and
oh
you're
my
just
God,
like,
I
no,
love
no.
that person. And you're like,
No.
no, I'm telling you, you don't even know
Yeah.
this
No,
person.
you don't
That's
even
what she
know the
said.
half of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you have no clue. who
Like,
this
is it
person
me? I feel that so much, so many
Yeah.
times. You question, like, wait, is it me though? Hold
Don't
on.
touch that.
Am I tripping? Because I know. No.
Yeah.
No, we're not tripping. No. There are certain individuals that will do that. They will. They will make sure that you.
Just, I'm saying, listen to your intuition. Because I'm telling you, a woman's intuition or intuition in general, it doesn't even have to be a woman. I'm telling you, intuition is real. You can feel it. You know what you know, what you know, what you know.
But I think you can
You
give it to
know.
us. A woman's intuition is different than a man's intuition.
That's cool.
And
yeah.
that's special. A
And
woman's
we're-
intuition is that of
It's never led me wrong.
Never.
and it never will, because
I got
we're
a
that
whole
of Mother
password.
Earth, like we're that
Never.
of
In my dreams, I typed that. I woke up, typed it in.
what?
What happened?
We all
Hey,
got
what?
woke up.
Share,
Let's
what?
wake up there.
What happened?
What?
happened?
Mama
what
Shotzi.
happened? What happened,
I
Shotzi?
think that they passed me from a dream.
Yes, I know. I literally, I kid you not, I was sleeping, I was dreaming, and in the dream, he had his phone, he typed in his password. So then I wake up and he's laying beside me. So I take his phone and I type in that password. It unlocks the phone,
Yep.
and I didn't even have to open anything. The first thing that's on the screen is he's texting some girl laying beside me in the bed. House I pay for.
You're good. Because what's done in
See?
dark will come to light, and
See?
that's what you found,
See?
and it was shown to you. So you have dreams. That's how you see things. That's how you see your
Oh, she's so
That's how I saw
proud.
that.
She's so proud.
But you don't have other dreams.
She doesn't tap in. She's so proud.
You don't have any other dreams, or
She
like
needs to
that.
tap in.
You don't have signs or dreams or anything.
She does.
I don't dream a lot anymore. I used to when I was a little girl.
I remember I had a dream of a snake.
You dream now?
No.
No. Well, when you were little, you did too.
Yeah.
When you were little too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too.
I have dreams
but
too.
not
I
but-
remember a lot of my dreams from when I was little.
Me too. Like just give it more.
Especially dreams that I like that repeated a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's weird too.
Is
Why
it
do
anything
dreams
that you
repeat?
feel affects you now as a grown woman? These
because
dreams?
They're telling you something.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
They didn't make any
I dreamed
sense.
about last night.
but like,
You're not putting it together.
not yet, maybe, or
Like no, like one of them, I've had plenty of times. We were at grandma's house, and I was just getting chased by some dogs. What is that supposed to mean?
maybe honestly, like maybe there's an underlying trauma.
Yes. Did you look up getting chased by
I'm a
dogs?
dog.
No, I was a little girl.
But I'm talking about
That's
now.
probably
You were
that
then,
time
but
that you
now
got
the
chased by
fact
the
that
cat.
you're still having that
Girl.
in your sleep,
That you can remember
sleep
that.
time.
No, that you can remember.
Do
You know?
you remember that
Like there's
time?
visions of that.
There were those two birds outside grandma's house. Like they were huge. Like, and she was terrified. She made us come inside. I just found out on TikTok they were death birds.
What?
That they come when like someone's dying or when they like sense death.
What? They look different than like crows.
I don't
and,
know.
and I mean, I've never.
No, they were like huge. They were scary.
Like, have I ever seen death birds?
My mama ain't did that.
She told us to come inside.
Anyway.
That's all she did. Trust me. Come inside now.
Hey, bring it on inside. I don't even know what you're talking about. But okay.
He wasn't there.
Interesting.
Don't do her.
Too big.
No, but I have dreams too. But
Now? You
yeah.
still dream?
So I just ordered this stuff off my TikTok shop. Like,
What?
yes, this like Oris stuff. It's if you're on TikTok, go to my TikTok shop. You can get it from there.
What?
But anyway, it
Oh
stimulates
my
your
God.
dreams, helps you reach your third eye chakra. etc., etc. And I've been taking it, and literally, I've been every night. I can remember my dreams.
Cindy
Really?
said she said that she has dreams and visions since she was younger. She's tapped in spiritually that
Are you sure?
Oh, I
that
wanna
says
hear.
Cindy?
Yeah,
I
it
think
does
it
say
says
Cindy. It does.
No.
does
I thought it
Candy.
said candy.
Candy.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry.
was gonna say, I
Candy.
thought- yeah,
Sorry.
Candy.
I'm sorry, Candy. This girl, we can't see.
Oh, it's even better, Candy.
Candy. Yes, I'm telling you.
Say her name wrong all the
Ooh,
time.
share with us. I want to hear some of these things.
Yes, that's dope.
Please blow our mind. I love hearing about stuff that's out of the ordinary that you think, oh, you wouldn't believe it. I believe it. I mean, I believe it. If you experience this and this is what you really like dreamt or experienced, I absolutely believe it. Because spiritually, a lot of our society it tells us to turn it off. Oh, it tells us to turn it off or tells us to shut it down. And at the same time, you want to encourage growth like that. You also gotta we also gotta make sure that we, you know, right place, right time.
It's definitely more
What's going on?
Poppy jumps up out of the
Somebody's smoke alarm is going on.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear it.
Oh, I hear it too.
Now I hear it. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Oh, I thought you were saying it was. And then after you said it was, I heard it. But you were asking.
Stop kidding.
Yeah, I hear it now.
Stop kidding. Please stop.
There's that type of thing.
Come sing for the people. Come
Sing
up
your
here.
songs.
Ooh, you're gonna sing us a song, friend?
Come sing us a Christmas song.
No.
No.
What do you
Oh.
say?
Not tonight. Not tonight.
We have to end the reindeer.
You gotta stay in the camera.
Okay.
Go
We
ahead, friend.
have to end the reindeer. Silence.
And if you ever,
So it
you would even say,
close.
go ahead.
I like leather.
Reindeer,
Muffin.
call him names.
Lemon.
They never let poor
Rudolph.
join in any reindeer.
Darling.
That was awesome, friend. Thank you. Oh.
Santa him to save. But in the snow white, he's later.
He's only 2.
It did out him.
He just turned 2.
Yippee!
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. We're going to that in his story.
That could almost be taken as like fighting, but then it's like, no, he loves mama. He didn't mean to. Mama said, I got you.
With a slap on the end and proud.
Why would you do that?
Funniest home videos.
Look,
Then go back.
you coming back?
Okay, you're done.
Anyways.
Hey, your time's done. Wrap it up.
Self-love.
Stop.
But that self-love is also included in setting boundaries. We have to learn how to love ourselves enough to be able to set the boundaries.
Ooh, but once you set those boundaries, you got to continue working on the self-love. That's sometimes how.
The problem is we don't be standing on business as women. We be getting weak.
But we know we know we need to let these people go. We know we need to set these boundaries,
And
but
we
we
just
just be
don't.
like,
Because we're run by our emotions. Like we're women.
Yeah.
We have emotions.
They
that,
say
you know,
one thing and we're like, oh my god.
It's
Well,
emotion.
we be knowing they be lying. I'm so tired of people lying, man. I'm so tired of the lies. It's the lies for me. God, it's the lies. Can you just stop lying?
They won't though. If that's the type of person they are, they won't. That's what I've learned. That's what I've learned. I'm telling you.
This is why.
As of yesterday, this man was telling you he
That
wasn't
too.
drunk. He wasn't drunk.
Can you stop manipulating?
No, because a manipulator will continue to always try to.
stop acting like I'm crazy. I am just a little bit, but don't act like it.
They say what?
No, I said I am just a little bit, but don't act like it.
You are just a little bit.
Crazy.
Who said somebody? Somebody said you.
No.
She said stop acting like I'm crazy.
Oh.
not phased.
I think
Poppy, stop fighting.
What does
Leave?
Candy say?
Is it a girl?
This is a girl.
Leave her alone.
Okay,
We leave her alone. I would bite you too.
Oh, he's gotten so big since he's been watching us since he was born. Thank you, Candy. Thank you for watching. He's almost 3. He'll be 3 in June. And yes, I've had him on camera
Like
since he
1
was
month exactly.
Without permission.
anyway.
I like that.
Shut up before I did.
Hey,
You know what happened to me. See, you anyway. I've had him on camera since he was probably like 2 months old when I took him home when she needed help. He was at the house with me. So yeah.
It was not no 2 months old, girl.
I saw by her eyebrows right there.
It was.
Anyways.
Thank you. So what is
When
she
I went down there
talking
too.
about? No.
Yes, when I went too.
No.
Yeah, well, basically he lived out there. He was young.
Yeah, but not she's saying she just took him when he was 2 months.
Oh, well, no, he was there too, but
She's gonna bite.
No, for the first couple weeks you came to the house, but after that, I was keeping him alive. That's how you think we had a relationship we had.
Leave her
Yeah.
alone. Because when she bites you, I'm
Yeah, I
alone.
needed I needed my mom to take my kids for a second.
Ivy is
For a
tough.
second.
She can handle that. She cannot.
2 to 3 months is a hard age.
Nice.
It's hard. 2 to 3 month old baby. I mean, it was beautiful when it happened, but no, never again. 'Cause that's hard. That is the hard.
I'm mad that I spent years on people who manipulated. Yeah.
This is where I'm at right now in my life, the way I feel.
I feel like I'm wasting my 20s. Yeah.
Mommy.
Yes.
I just don't like wasting time.
No more friends. Friends gotta set boundaries. My friend gotta set boundaries. We all do.
Leave her alone, love. What she said.
Man. But sometimes you don't even know you're wasting these. That's the hardest part. Sometimes you don't understand you're wasting these years until these years
Have
feel
gone by.
wasted after the manipulation. Like the manipulation happens first, and that's the hardest part. But as we grow, we realize that we can recognize the manipulation sooner now. That's how we do better.
I feel like that's another thing. We always. What am I trying to say? Like the situation we're in now, we're always stressed about it. We're always unhappy about what we're in now. But 2 years ago, this is exactly where we want it to be. We've made progress. We've changed. We now know that this is the manipulator. We just need to let him go now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. This is where we wanted to be, but not in this type of situation. We wanted to be in a space like I would totally agree. 2 years ago, I wanted to be in a relationship. I wanted somebody to go everywhere with me. I wanted a best friend. I have that. I can 100% say I have that, hands down. But I didn't want all the other things that
You didn't specify when you was asking for it 2 years ago.
I hate you.
You just asked for a man.
You
and
know
you got
what?
one.
I almost want to. This right here on the side of my face. You see it. You see it. Man. You see it. Just as long as you see it. Anyway. So next time I write my list.
Like on Girlfriends, they were
right.
Next time I write my list.
Shout out to
Because I actually
shout out, y'all keep it on Netflix. Please.
Actually, I have this 369 book that I actually did write a list. This is no cap.
Yeah.
So, but I don't feel as if like you said, I didn't put like, I don't want.
Okay.
I want a respectful.
No, I did put that. No, I can go back in my book. If I can find my book, I can go back in my book. I have those things.
My bad. She's fine. I thought she was bothering him, so I told the girls to put the kitty down. And he came over like, nah, don't touch that kitty. So it's fine.
Anyway, when manifesting a man 101,
Be specific.
Yes.
very,
Did I
very.
not say it right?
Use
You're
the
just saying- I'm just
369 method.
reiterating.
Write it 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times at night. Specifically, what you want. And that's not anything. That's not even a man. That's anything. The 3-6-9 method works. Visualize it, see it, do it, write it, put it on paper, continue to do it, manifest it. It'll come into your life.
Mama, watch TV.
Can you go with him? He likes
Manifestation.
You want to watch TV?
Deshanti over here
Yeah,
has manifested with water and all
Take my
types of
phone and
things.
go.
That's amazing.
Gotten jobs.
That's amazing.
We won't talk about some of the bad things that she's done.
We won't.
We won't.
No, we won't.
Not on live. I'll tell you after we do.
You already told her.
Exactly.
I told you. Okay.
I know nothing. What? No, I don't know what y'all talking about. But no, really. You know what's okay? Real quick, let me just touch on this though. Boundaries. After you set those boundaries, self-love is not automatic. Like it doesn't just because you set those boundaries doesn't mean that the self-love just comes into.
It's a form of it.
It is a form of it. It's like a gate. You put that fence up. The boundary is that fence. And then after that though, you gotta tend to the garden. And the garden is you. And the garden is your mind and
No. Go sit over there on the kitchen table.
I don't know what's
oh, it's the phone. I heard screaming. Sorry, y'all. I heard a bunch of little like screaming, and I didn't know if it was outside or it's the phone.
Sure.
But anyway, that's all. Is after I've really learned this past year in my life to set a lot of boundaries with people in my family, people in my circle. But self-love is something that it comes with it. Like you get this sort of freedom sense of self-love, but then you got to work on that actual nourishing yourself.
Learning how to be alone.
I feel like anytime
Loving
I stand on business, I feel good.
Yes.
Anytime I really stand on business,
I'll be
feel
sad.
good.
But not even
When you
about, you
said
said about learning how to be alone.
It
I
just
know how to be
depends.
alone.
Me
Yes.
too.
I know how to be to
Oh, me too.
myself.
I love
But
it.
setting boundaries is still hard.
Oh, me too.
Yes.
Because, like, I'm a people pleaser.
Me too.
Other people may not think I am, but I am a
Me
people pleaser.
too.
I do everything for
Everybody
I feel like
else.
everybody,
Yeah.
and especially one person. And I feel like that is not appreciated, and they don't see that. I just try to do my best to please you not because that's what I want to do, but because I don't want to get the backlash of not doing it. So either way, because I do it either way. So I just feel like it's harder in that sense to set those boundaries when that's what you're accustomed to, and you've been doing that for so long. And I don't like to make anybody mad. I'm non-confrontational. I don't want any of that. So I just try to go along with everything, and that's not healthy for me.
No, I agree. I'm the same way. I've been the same way. I have been the same way. Trust me, especially when you love somebody, you can't help it. Or in love with somebody, or whatever you want to call it.
Not even just that. Like I feel like I'm a people pleaser for my sister. Like I hate when she's mad. I hate when she has an attitude with me. So if it's something I can do or she's asking for, yes.
I'm a people pleaser for both of y'all, though. All of y'all. The minute that you say you want something, the minute I feel like you need something, the minute I feel like she's upset about something, the minute I feel like I can fix the situation, what do I come in and do? I try to fix it. I can pay for it. I can keep the. That's where you get it from. So somebody's got to fix it. Somebody's got to. That's what we can go back to, like our first episode where we were breaking generational curses. I believe that's a generational.
No.
That is.
That was our last.
That was the
Okay.
last. But no,
that was not. That was our second.
No, our last episode was generation.
It was our third one. It was the second episode.
You said
The
first.
first one was just
Okay.
BS.
Anyways,
regardless.
breaking generational curses. What are you saying?
I was just touching on the fact that like we can go back to like that. Just what I'm saying, it all intertwines. That's all I was basically saying. It all intertwines with the fact that like what I'm saying, that's also a generational curse we need to break. The fact that we are sitting up here saying, hey, we don't know how to say no or not show up for a person
Selena.
because we feel as if we're supposed to, because you're my daughter, you're I'm your mom.
Because of the role
She
you
said
play
we
with
started
other sides.
believing it was a generational curse.
Wait, what?
I
I
can't
didn't,
say it's a generational curse from Helena. Who did she get it from?
what? I didn't hear. Sorry.
Not that, mama. It started with her. Nana's no.
Stop coming for my grandma. Y'all get her. She's trying to
No.
come for my grandma. Y'all are
But y'all
my
know
biggest
Nana
grandma
was not.
supporter.
Grandma was not gonna be like,
Y'all
yeah.
is my biggest grandma supporter. Do not let her come for my
You ain't
grandma.
no kin to me.
Well, grandma was breaking her generational curse of her mom always saying no.
And then she just started saying yes.
Okay.
Too much.
I don't feel like my grandmother said no to my mom. Whenever my grandmother was in her right mind, and I'm not talking about as a child, I'm talking about as an adult. My mother was borrowing money from her. But my grandmother was borrowing money from her too. They had each other's checkbooks. Every summer I came down to Chicago. My grandmother had us all summer. My grandmother came to. They had a close. I don't even understand what happened
They're best
when,
friends.
but something happened. Something clicked,
Okay.
and they became the biggest enemies within the last 5 years of 5 to 6, 7 years of their lives, because they both passed away. So their lives, they became the biggest enemies.
Something
And it was
happened.
like my grandmother got dementia and she started blaming my mom for certain things, saying that she was stealing money from her.
Yes.
My mother could not just
That's the hardest
see.
part about dementia is the paranoia that does kick in, and they do feel like
Well, my mother couldn't
but
see
a
that
lot of times
it was just a disease.
your mom probably wasn't. Oh, okay. So mama was hurt.
So my mother took it and she ran with it, and it was just an issue. Like, she said this, and I'm like, Mom, look
you
at
know
this
you
lady.
wouldn't steal from her. You know
Look
you're not.
at this
Like,
lady.
it's-
Who
you know you're
cares
not.
what she
I
said?
feel that.
And she could not get over that, and then she held this
It hurt
grudge,
her.
and it just ran.
Because that was her mom, and it hurt
just
her.
ran, and
it felt like her
ran
mom
and
no
ran.
longer approved of her because they were one time best friends, and then her mom no longer approved of her, and she accused her of stealing. Like, it probably really.
Well, she took her husband too.
Yeah, my grandfather asked to come, but what happened was my grandfather got and went into the hospital, and we had to go down there, and my mother went down there to check on him, and he said he didn't want to go back. He told her what was going on in the house, which was not a good situation. And he was like, I'm not going back there. I want to go with you. And then we took him, and that was some income of hers.
Oh.
Because when we took him, we took his Social Security check.
Okay. So,
but she left her with the pension.
But you also are taking care of him.
But she left her with the pension. She left her with some money.
So she was good.
Yeah.
But then you also did take him in your care too, so you did deserve that Social Security. Yes. And I know that's hard on both sides because everybody is. It's hard.
Yeah.
It says,
bless you.
Thanks. What was that reading? Oh, I hate when someone is visibly upset. I feel like I have to make it better, even.
I feel that.
But that is a boundary.
Yes.
That is
not your responsibility, I've learned.
That is so not a good thing. That's not healthy.
Everybody happy. To make everybody feel good. It's not your responsibility.
It also says when Candy said whenever she started setting boundaries, her circle became very small.
And
it should be.
Is my circle.
I've learned.
That's it.
And it should be. Because loose lips sink ships. You tell too many people that it's really sad, but there's a lot more humans that are with the BS.
The people that can accept your boundaries are the people that F with you.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
The people that can accept your boundaries are the people that F with you.
Yes.
If they can't accept your boundaries, they do not. They're
really
not for you.
No.
And that's just what it is.
No. Because as any human, we should respect each other's boundaries. And if you don't,
it's really just a respect as a human being, as a woman, as a man, as a person walking the earth, like whatever you want to call it.
As a dog or a cat, right? We tell Caden all the time, well, the kitty doesn't want to be pet. That's respecting the animal's boundaries. The animal doesn't want to be pet, or it might bite you, and we're not mad about it biting you because its boundaries are
telling you, yeah.
So us as humans, we have to continue on that, especially
to learn that with children. They say
I have 4 children. I'm just learning now, truly just learning now how to set those boundaries. It is okay as a mother.
Say what you're gonna say.
What? I want to hear.
No, say what you're gonna say.
I was just saying that I think adults also need to learn how to set boundaries with children.
Yes.
What you
not just animals.
Or they need to learn how to accept the child's boundaries.
Oh, that's a good. The child's boundaries. So you mean like the child, like their boundaries they're setting.
Yeah.
I like that.
They're saying I don't want to hug.
Yes.
Please back up.
Oh my goodness, that is such a huge thing. Yes, teach your babies that, please. I'm teaching my girls that too. Like, do not ever let anyone feel that they have the right to touch you physically or to get into your space, to cross those boundaries. If you say no, I don't want to be hugged.
Yeah,
Melrose
because that's
experienced that.
actually a good point, because we do have a tendency to be like, hug so and so, hug Mrs. So and so.
Yeah, you don't
Give them a hug. Go
No,
give
I
them.
don't remember
They
when I was in the
hugging
womb.
you. They trying to hug you. So
Melrose
yeah,
is like that. Melrose is like, I don't remember any of these people. I'm like, Melrose, these are your uncles. Like, these are your blood uncles. Like, these are your dad's
Yeah,
brothers. Like,
but maybe they feel a different energy from their dad.
and that's that right there is something really important that we I love that we respect our
Yeah,
babies' boundaries.
actually,
And children
I
we
never
teach our
knew.
babies to
Better
have
than
boundaries.
anybody.
Kids have
And
a
with
different
other
kind of
kids.
discernment.
Because some other kids don't realize, I've experienced this recently, some other kids don't realize that even, touching on the leg or touching on the back is something that like my 10-year-old, she does not like to be touched and hugged. Like, don't touch me. So when they're trying to hug her and they're like, Marley, and they're trying to touch her hair, Marley, she's just like, it makes her anxious. You can see it. She's just like, stop touching me. Whereas
She doesn't like to
my
be touched.
8-year-old's like, okay, well, it's fine. She likes the attention, and that doesn't bother her to be touched and her hair played with. My 10-year-old, you can see those boundaries are she's looking at you like, hey, stop. But kids don't understand that. So we got to teach our children.
Candy said her daughter's watching, and she just screamed yes.
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 Yes. You have to teach them all how to, kids. I'm the biggest, my 4 daughters right now, I'm teaching them.
This is why it's great to have the younger crowd on here, because I never even thought about that. That's not because you know what? The reason why I never really thought about that, and this touches on last week's episode, is because of the fact of how I was raised. The old school values of you were, what I'm saying?
We don't talk about that stuff.
Yeah, like you wasn't
You
able
respect
to.
your elders.
And that's it.
That's what it is.
And that's
Leave
it.
there. That's it. Don't question.
Yeah.
Don't ask why.
They're older
Yeah.
than you.
You're a
respect
kid.
them.
You can't ask why. But I let my kids ask why all the time. Sometimes my kids really question me, and I'm like, dang, touche,
I think
child.
I think they had a borderline both. Like I was fighting it.
That's
because
good.
there was times
good
where
too.
I was definitely like my dad, like, yeah, no, and there was times where I was like, whatever, man, do you?
But I feel you, because there's sometimes that I've like, even recently, Melrose has admitted that her teacher said your frontal lobe is not fully developed yet, and that is facts. Reasoning doesn't even come into play until 24, 25, I think.
Yeah.
25. So that's facts. So that's why.
You just not reasoning, girl. You almost reasoning.
Don't do
We
it.
almost there.
Almost there.
But no, that's what I teach Melrose. I never want my children to think I'm saying I'm better than you because I'm mom. But because I've messed up a few more times than you have. So let me help you not mess up as much as I have, and just
lead you in the right direction.
Yeah. And teach you these boundaries.
Yeah.
Boundaries are everything in life. So.
Yeah. We talk about setting boundaries with men, but not enough with like friends and other people. Just
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
honestly,
even on my job, even on like you said, friendships and whatever else, friends wanting to hang out, and you feel like, oh, well, I haven't seen that person in a while, or I haven't talked to that person in a while. Let me answer. I don't want them to feel some kind of way, blah, blah, blah. No one getting this way. You're tired, or you really don't want to talk, or whatever.
Yes.
Boundaries have to be set. Or you just
need some space.
But I also feel like 100% boundaries have to be set, but they have to be communicated. Like, you cannot just assume that somebody knows your boundaries.
Yes.
They have to actually be communicated. Somebody has to actually say, hey, this is a boundary of mine. I'm not really feeling this. Please don't do X, Y, and Z. That's not my cup of tea. Don't cross this line. I like it my little space certain times of the day. If you're not communicating those things with your partner, with your friends, with your job, with your coworkers, whatever the case may be, you can only blame you. Mm-hmm. And that's where I'm at. You can only blame you because you weren't communicative enough to set the boundary from the beginning. Because that's where it starts. And you don't get to come back a year later and start setting boundaries. They're going to be looking at you like, what is you talking about? You moving funny, you acting weird, you did it,
Yeah.
you blah blah blah. But I've been feeling this way this whole time. It's just that my
Just didn't
stupid
say
self
anything.
did never
Yeah.
say anything because please, I love
No.
you.
And go back to that then. You are allowed that then.
It felt
You
good.
are allowed to set boundaries later because we grow and we realize, wait a second, hold on, I have never set boundaries and this is not working for me. And if you want to be involved in my life, I have to set this boundary. And you can either respect that or keep it moving because this isn't working, no boundaries. And it may have worked before for a second when we were in this little
Love
fun
bubble.
honeymoon
Yeah.
phase, as they call it. But now that shit is cleared, and now as us as humans, me as a human, I'm not getting the true security that I need in this relationship and interaction with another human. So no, my boundary's set now, and I don't care if I didn't set it a year ago. I have learned, and if they can't respect that,
High
then,
five to that, bitch.
yes, if they can't respect that, then
Yeah.
Exactly. I feel you on that. Yeah.
boundaries
No,
are everything.
I that's
got
totally.
to.
You're right, but it's just almost like you feel guilty for coming back later on trying to set something that you already
Allowed.
and you know what your values are from the you know who you are. I know who I am anyway, so I know what
So
I
you
would have
almost
never
feel-
allowed, but then I set up there and allowed it.
But I
Right.
mean, when the
So then you're
honeymoon
almost
phase is pretty foggy.
Yes, and
Very
on top
foggy.
of that,
So
There's
Especially when
emotions.
you're love bombed.
yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, and somebody truly, yes,
And they go,
that's
"Oh,
something
God,
that
what?
truly fogs up.
What is wrong with you? What is this? I
Exactly.
just stuck my whole
Yo.
hair in. What is wrong
Yo.
with her? What is wrong with her?
She's on fire tonight.
It's because she thinks she cute. It is her problem. Y'all, Shanta
Her
thinks
hair
she
do
cute.
look good.
So she
though.
has been popping off all
She
night
do look
long.
cute.
These little comments, I don't know if y'all catching them. If
Oh
you
my
caught
goodness.
that, you might have heard it. You might not have heard it.
You know.
But I'll sip my tea.
That.
You so stupid, man. But true story. What? What happened? What happened? Huh? I thought
Okay.
you had it.
I think that we're gonna end it.
Oh, you guys. Okay, listen. So
No, listen.
we actually have a page.
Oh, wait, I was gonna announce it.
Go ahead.
Go.
I'm sorry.
TikTok. We have a TikTok. It's at the.real.momcast. We're gonna hopefully start going live from there eventually. If everyone wants to follow Vance, please.
It's in our
It
subject.
should be the title
Yes.
of this live on TikTok. We can try to tag it on YouTube after we're done. But comment things that you guys want us to talk about next week.
And we appreciate the 2 people who did comment. Let me see the names.
No, it was the same person.
Oh, what's the name?
They commented this week's. I don't know.
Hold on, I'm about to get the name. Don't worry about it.
They commented for. That's why we're talking about boundaries this week.
It was Sandra Bryant. Sandra Bryant.
I think she's
Sonia?
Sandra Bryant, 3833. Thank you so much for commenting and letting us know what we should be talking about this week. That was a huge,
that was helpful.
yes.
And it was a good topic for us.
Very much
And
so.
give us more insight if
We
y'all want to
needed
hear.
the boundaries one. That was a good one. We definitely we were like, hold up. We all are working on setting boundaries.
Yep.
So yeah.
Perfect.
Like, comment, share. Thank you guys.
Hello.
Love
We
you
will
guys.
see y'all next week. Thank you. Thank you for following.
Bye.
Bye.
Remember how to
Girl.